Now, here's a name you all know. Sitting alongside me, I've got young Paul Delany, son of the illustrious and ubiquitous Del Delany. Paul, welcome to Talk 10 Pin. How are you doing in Indonesia?
Thanks, Keith. Good to see you again. I'm doing fine. Been there 6 months, and things are going pretty well. The players are good. The bowling players, it's good to work with them. They work hard and they want to get better.
And how long are you going to be there, do you think?
I have a 2-year contract, but the big tournament this year is December for the SEA Games, which is going to be held in Bangkok, Thailand, and I'm guessing that it will depend on the results in that tournament.
You've got 2 big international stars from there. You've got Pudi Amin, the young lady, yep, and Ryan Lalisang.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, Pudi and Ryan are great, and actually in Indonesia they're pretty big sports stars. In the recent Asian Games, Ryan won the only gold medal for Indonesia, and Pudi won a silver. So bowling has a very high profile. At the moment, we're second to badminton in the country, so they're pretty well known throughout the country.
I know both of them from my TV commentaries, and in the Malaysian Open, Ryan bowled a live 300 game, the first live 300 I'd ever called on TV. Has he bowled any more recently?
Not that I can remember right now. He did well in Kuwait against a very strong field involving Tim Mack, Jason Belmonte, etc. He won the Kuwait Open, and then the next day he backed it up and won the ABF Tour leg. So he's been bowling pretty well lately, Ryan.
Yeah, a real nice guy too.
Yeah.
How are your girls doing in this World Championship in, where are we? Mexico. Monterrey.
Very, very happy with them. Our total team average at the moment is 207. We set goals before we came here to compete with the fellow SEA Games nations that are competing here. That's what we want to mark ourselves up against. We felt coming into the tournament that Korea, USA were probably on a different level, but we were hoping to compete in the level lower down, and at the moment I'm very happy indeed.
When are we going to see you back in the UK?
Keith, that's a very good question. I'm just taking it as it comes at the moment. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I enjoy working with the bowlers and doing coaching, and wherever that takes me, who knows? We'll see what happens.
Is Jakarta a tough city to live in?
I'm not really a big city fan, a big fan of cities anyway, and Jakarta is, as they go, one of the biggest. There's about 12 million people during the daytime. About half of those leave at night when they leave work. But there's a lot of traffic congestion. So far, touch wood, things have been okay for me. But it's not easy. It's not easy living there, that's for sure.
Every time I've been there, it's been the hotel and the bowling centre. I don't feel that I can walk the streets there.
Yeah, you'd be correct in saying that. I get looked after when we finish practice. I go out and eat with some of the bowlers most nights. They take good care of me, but basically it's bowling centre, hotel, and a shopping centre or restaurant. There's not much else. But if you go outside of Jakarta, there's a lot of things. I've been to Bali, which is fantastic. There's a city 3 hours away where I go and do some coaching as well. Bandung, very nice city. So if you get outside of Jakarta, there's plenty of things to see, and it's the environment's a lot different.
What about your future plans? I mean, you've got a 2-year contract in Jakarta. Would you like to do more countries in Asia? Do you find the Asian bowlers more dedicated, more disciplined?
I think if you look at this tournament, Keith, there's actually a swing in the balance happening, whereas the Asian countries are very professional. In Indonesia we practice 3 hours a day. They go to the gym 3 hours a week. They get taken care of. They get a monthly wage. And even Indonesia is not as professional as some of the other nations like Singapore, Malaysia, Korea. And basically when you look at this tournament, that's the ones that are getting better because they're putting the effort in right now. And what I would like to do in the future, I don't know. I mean, one day I would like to coach England, but we'll see what happens.
Somebody told me that, I don't speak very much Korean, so somebody told me that the Koreans went away on a 6-month camp before they came here for the World Championships.
Yeah, it actually started before the Asian Games, and if you were on the national team, you go away to camp, and there's no contact with anyone basically in the outside world, and you put yourself in, you bowl 3 hours in the morning, they break, they lunch, relax, then they go back for another 3 hours in the evening. And I mean, it works. The discipline in that country is something that we're not used to. I'm not sure that it would work in every culture, but they're fantastic bowlers. There's no doubt about it.
Well, when I was doing the TV commentaries on the ABF Tour in Asia, I found them tremendously good to work with them. They were excellent with their discipline and their cooperation, and you could ask them questions almost around the clock, and they were great. They were fantastic to work with.
Yeah, you'll find that. And when you go and play most of the tournaments, you actually don't see all of the best Korean bowlers because they're back home and they don't travel too much. The same with Japan. I think that if they travelled a lot more, then the bowling world would see what we see now and again at these major events, how good they are.
Yeah, the SEA Games, the Asian Championships, the Asian Games, you have some tremendous tournaments out there.
Yeah, very competitive. Like I say, it's strange for me. We come to a World Championships and the pressure's not really on here. We're asked to come and build up for the SEA Games. The SEA Games is what matters this year, and when the Asian Games comes around, that's all that matters, is getting results, getting medals, because that's where government funding comes from. So that's how their setup is based towards.
Okay, Paul, well, can do no more than wish you a lot of luck and enjoy your work out there in Asia.
Thank you,
Look
Keith.
forward to seeing you back in the UK sometime now.
Thanks, Keith.
I've got electric guitar, got a 3-chord trick.